Om Shai Ram. Chapter 3 completed. The description of Baba's pure fame and the hearing of the same with love will destroy the sins of the devotee, and therefore, this is the simple sadhana for attaining salvation. The sadhana for Krita age was Samadama, tranquility of mind and body, for Treta age, sacrifice, for Dwapara, worship, and for Kali, present age, it is signing of the name and glory of the Lord. This last sadhana is open to all the people of the four varnas, Brahmins, etc. The other sadhanas, which is yoga, yagya, sacrifice, dhyana, meditation, and dharana, concentration, are very difficult to practice, but singing and hearing the stories and the glory of the Lord Sai Baba is very easy. We have only to turn our attention towards them. The listening and singing of the stories will remove the attachment to the senses and their objects and will make the devotees dispassionate and will ultimately lead them to self realization. With this end in view, Sai Baba made me or helped me to write his stories Sat Charidamrita. The devotees may now easily read and hear the stories of Sai Baba and while doing so, meditate on him, his form and thus attain devotion to Guru and God Sai Baba, get detachment and self realization. In the preparation and writing of this work, Sat Charidamrita, it is Sai Baba's grace which has accomplished everything, making use of me as a mere instrument. Motherly love of Sai Baba. Everybody knows how a cow loves her infant calf. Her udder is always full, and when the calf wants milk and dashes at the udder, out comes the milk in an unceasing flow. Similarly, a human mother knows the wants of her child and feeds it at her breast in time. In case of dressing and adorning the child, mother takes the particular care to see that this is well done. The child knows of cares nothing about this, but the mother joy knows no bounds when she sees her child beautifully dressed and adorned. The love of mother is peculiar, extraordinary, and disinterested and has no parallel. Sadgurus feel this motherly love towards their disciples. Sai Baba had this same love towards me, and I give an instance of it below. In 1916 AD, I retired from government service. The pension that was settled in my case was not sufficient to maintain my family decently. On Guru Purnima, 15th of Ashada, day of that year, I went to Shiradi with other devotees. There, Mr. Anna Sinjanikar, of his own accord, prayed to Baba for me as follows. Please look kindly on him. The pension he gets is quite insufficient. His family is growing. Give him some other appointment. Remove his anxiety and make him happy. Baba replied, he will get some other job, but now he should serve me and be happy. His dishes will be even ever full and never empty. He should turn all his attention towards me and avoid the company of the atheist, irreligious, and wicked people. He should be meek and humble towards all and worship me heart and soul. If he does this, he will get eternal happiness. The question, who is this he, whose worship is advocated, is already answered in a note on who is Sai Baba in the prologue at the beginning of this work. Rohila story. The story of Rogila illustrates Sai Baba all embracing love. One Rogila, tall and well built, strong as a bull, came to Shiradi wearing a long Gafni robe and was enamored of Sai, who stayed there. Day and night he used to recite in a loud and harsh tone kalma verses from Holy Quran and shout Allahu Akbar, God is great. Most people of Shiradi were working in their fields by day, and when they returned to their homes at night, they were welcomed with the Rohila's harsh cries and shouts. They could get no sleep and felt much trouble and inconvenience. They suffered in silence this nuisance for some days, and when they could stand it no longer, they approached Baba and requested him to check the Rohila and stop the nuisance. Baba did not attend to their complaint. On the contrary, Baba took the villagers to task and asked them to mind their own business and not the Rohila. He said to them, and the Rohila had got a very bad wife, a Santipi, who tried to come in and trouble the Rohila and himself, but hearing the Rohila's prayers, she dare not enter, and they were at peace and happy. In fact, the Rohila had no wife, and by his wife Baba Durbuddhi, that is, made bad thoughts. As Baba liked prayers and cries to God better than anything else, he took the side of the Rohila and asked the villagers to wait and suffer the nuisance which would abate in due course. Baba's sweet and nectar like words. One day at noon after the Aarti, devotees were returning to their lodgings when Baba gave the following beautiful advice. Be, be wherever you like, do whatever you choose. Remember this well, that all what you do is known to me. I am the inner ruler of all and seated in their hearts. I envelop all the creatures, the movable and immovable world. I am the controller and wire puller of the showing of this universe. I am the mother origin of all beings. The harmony of three gunas, propeller of all senses, the creator, preserver, and destroyer. Nothing will harm him who turns his attention towards me, but Maya will lash or whip him who forgets me. All the insects, ants, and visible, movable, and immovable world is my body or form. Hearing these beautiful and precious words, I at once decided in my mind to serve no man henceforward but my Guru only. But the reply of Baba to Anna Sinjanikar query, which was really mine, that I would get some job, began to revolve in my mind. And I began to think whether it would come to happen. As future events showed, Baba's words came true, and I got a government job, but that was of short duration. Then I became free and solely devoted myself to the service of my Guru Sai Baba. Before concluding this chapter, I request the readers to leave out the various hindrances, which is indolence, sleep, wandering of mind, attachment to senses, and turn their whole and undivided attention to the stories of Sai Baba. Let their love be natural, let them know the secret of devotion, let them not exhaust themselves by other sadhanas, let them stick to this only simple remedy. Listening to Sai Baba stories, this will destroy their ignorance and will secure for them salvation. A miser may stay at various places, but they always think of his buried treasure. So let Sai Baba be enthroned in the hearts of all. In the next chapter, I shall speak of Sai Baba's advent in Shiradi. Bow to Sri Sai, peace to be all. Thank you.